Um, Thank you very much. And thank you, everybody. And thank you, FBank. So it is a privilege to be here today. I can really feel the energy through my screen. In fact, my screen's getting hot now. So appreciate the wonderful energy that you're all exuding. And thank you for giving up your Sunday morning to be here today to learn about this fantastic network. So good morning, Filipinx law student community. My name is Benjamin Reyes. And over 50 years ago, my family and I emigrated from the Philippines to seek a new life here in the United States. As an immigrant, I'm the first person in my family to attend college in America. And after serving in the United States Army and graduating from the University of California at Berkeley, I applied for and was accepted to the University of San Francisco School of Law. I had the opportunity to practice law for 24 years in various positions, both as in-house attorney and with several law firms. My career allowed me to work as a trial attorney for a firm, as an in-house attorney for the water company, and as general counsel for an internet startup. I spent most of my career as a city attorney and general counsel for public agencies, and I was also a partner at a law firm that primarily served governmental agencies. 3 years ago, I was appointed to the Superior Court by Governor Jerry Brown. I'm the first Filipino-American judge in Contra Costa County and only the second Filipino-American trial court judge in the history of the Bay Area. Now, law school is very challenging and demanding. In fact, it kicked my butt in the first and second years. In my opinion, one unit of law school is the equivalent of 2 undergraduate college units. So this means that a 15-unit semester in law school is the same as a 30-unit college semester. Yes, it is difficult, and law school is tough, and it's difficult to tackle the workload, but it is not insurmountable. To succeed, you're going to need to create a regular and consistent study schedule and work with a study group. I think that's how I was able to succeed in law school. And I do advise you to take practice exams to confirm your understanding of the legal concepts. What I do want to let you know today is that FBank is here to support you. It is a network of practicing attorneys, law students, and judges who can provide you with the resources to help you achieve your goals. Programs like this virtual Komunidad did not exist when I started law school 30 years ago. In fact, there were only 2 Filipino-American students in my law school when I started. You have to appreciate the brilliance of this program. You had a legendary trailblazing attorney, Ruthie Catolico Ashley, to greet you, and you had the opportunity to meet the immensely talented attorneys who serve on the FBank board. President Mari Danny Bandoma, Jennifer Santa Ana, Angelica Zabinal, Raymond Rowland, James Ellis Reyes, Will Walraven, and others. And this afternoon, you'll hear from incredibly successful practitioners like Vanessa Candelaria, Marie Segaria, Mark Pelotin, Lori Libiano, Joan Rabutaso Camogong, and you'll also hear after I speak from young, talented attorneys and recent graduates who can impart upon you the wisdom that they've learned throughout law school. So my advice to you during your law school years is to develop your professional relationships, continue to maintain your friendships, and continue to maintain your family ties. But please let your family know that you're not going to be as available while you're studying throughout your law school days. And also maintain your support structure, your friendships, your relationships, and also everything that you normally do in order to keep yourself sane. The friends that you make now will be practicing law with you throughout your career. Eventually, they will be co-counsel, they'll be your opposing counsel, and they may even be your future law partners. Also, take advantage of volunteer opportunities with FBank. Study hard, keep yourselves healthy, and pass that damn bar exam. We want you to succeed and excel in your practice so that you can give back to the community. And one last thing. I do know that these are challenging times. With this pandemic, a down economy, and a very highly fractured national conscience, it's really easy to become discouraged about the practice of law and about your career in general. But I want you to keep focused on why you applied to law school. You wanted to become champions for the people who have no voice. You wanted to change the world and fight for justice. You need to continue to keep that dream alive and keep motivated, because we're counting upon you to take over as the next generation of leaders of our community. I have every faith in your ability to succeed. We are here to help you. I'd like to wish you a very good day, a good weekend, and thank you for the opportunity to allow me to address you.
Thanks, Judge Reyes. And for everyone who's not familiar, Judge Reyes serves as an advisory board member of FBank, and he also recently gave the 2019 keynote address at the FBank annual dinner. So Judge Reyes is pretty actively involved, and if you have any questions for him, feel free to ask it now, or we'd be happy to connect you to Judge Reyes.
Thank you, Mary Beth. And also, I'll be participating in the USF breakout session, if you don't mind.
Okay, great.
Okay.
If there are no questions, I'll keep an eye on the chat. But until then, I'll introduce the Bay Area PALS Coalition. So the Bay Area PALS Coalition was established last year in 2019 by PALS leaders from the various Bay Area law schools, including Berkeley Law, Hastings, Santa Clara, USF, and Golden Gate, with the goal of fostering long-lasting and meaningful relationships between the Filipinx communities in and amongst those schools. This year, we've been very fortunate in that the coalition has expanded to include the leaders from UC Davis Law School. Since the coalition's inception, the coalition has assisted with organizing our first Komunidad in the spring of earlier this year, as well as they established a joint listserv where the groups share resources, opportunities, as well as events and ideas for community building. FBank is proud of the coalition's accomplishments, and we are very excited to continue to support its continued success. With that, we have pre-assigned the groups based off of schools. So I will open the rooms, and it will be up to the various panelists from each rooms to lead the discussions from there. You will have time for panel questions along with a Q&A. And we ask that each group remember to end in time for 1 p.m. in order to give a 15-minute break before our third panel this afternoon. Of course, if you have any questions, email me. And before we go, we do have one question for Judge Reyes. Danielle was wondering how COVID-19 has changed the courthouse proceedings in Contra Costa, specifically with Zoom meetings and with the establishment of the emergency bail order.
So we have been conducting most, if not all, of our hearings via Zoom, and we've established a way to be able to arraign people remotely if possible. And with the emergency bail order, bail has been set preliminarily at 0 for everyone, except for obviously people who've committed violent crimes and those who are not eligible for bail to begin with. But we have tried to keep everyone safe, including the community, and it's our primary responsibility to make sure that the public is safe and people do have their right to due process and the right to speedy trial. So we have implemented significant measures to ensure that all of our hearings are conducted via Zoom and that all arraignments are done in a timely manner. So thank you very much for that question, Danielle.
Hey, Mary Beth, can I ask a question?
Yes, go ahead, Andrew.
Hey, Judge, I just thank you for your time. I heard from your background that you had municipal law in it, and I was wondering if being a judge was the end goal for you, or was it something where you saw like, hey, I want to do something, and there was an opportunity that may have come about?
That's an interesting and long story. I had built a career that I was very proud of. I was a partner at the Myers-Nave law firm, and was able to build a practice that allowed me to serve as city attorney for 2 cities and general counsel for about 5 different public entities. And it was not a practice that I was ready to leave, but a number of my friends, including many of the friends here in FBank, had convinced me to seek an appointment through the governor in order to increase the level of Filipino-American participation. And although I had very little expectation in applying for it and being appointed to the bench, I did that. They twisted my arm, and to my chagrin, I understood that Jerry Brown had a sense of humor when he appointed me. So it wasn't my end goal. It wasn't my initial goal. But I'm very proud to serve on the bench, and I'm very proud to continue my service to not only the Filipino American community, but to the people of the state of California. So thank you for that question, Andrew.
Are there any other questions at this moment? Okay, hearing none, we will break out into the rooms. Rooms, you have about an hour to continue the discussions from there. We will stop recording. And again, if you have issues getting into your breakout room, let me know and we will help place you. Thanks, everyone.